for your throat. Random show with input stories I never wrote. Don't be mean, hit that subscribe. Cross the line, take a dive. Toxic top rope coming at your throat. I'm happy when I see your click because I done started a show. You can judge, but it's just the start. Just leave comment, a like and subscribe. Welcome to the Toxic Top Rope, but it don't make sense because it's completely random. As I also go on, important support.
Man, what's going on? I'm Ja, and welcome back to the Toxic Top Rope. I'm just a dude on the internet talking about wrestling. That's it. So we're talking about TNA Under Siege. What a good show. We started off with the story between Rosemary and Xia Li. You see, Rosemary has been trying her best to get Xia Li to bring out that darkness and that aggression inside of her. And I'm just like, is there any? Because Xia Li seems pretty chill, pretty tame, pretty happy. So it's like, what darkness is there to find? But we found it. Because during the match, Rosemary was poking Xia Li, trying to get her to break, and she did. A belt was introduced to the match because of Rosemary, and Xia Li went crazy and hit Rosemary with the belt, causing a disqualification. Beating on Rosemary, the security coming out, Xia Li hit everyone with a belt. And later that evening, she cut a strong statement about, this is what you wanted, Rosemary. I'm going to give you what you want. So maybe we got us one of those no disqualification hardcore matches coming up soon. I'm excited about that. Big TNA guy, can't wait. The first match of the show was supposed to be Mike Santana, a man who almost undefeated, only lost twice. Supposed to be taking on Top Dollar AJ Francis, first class out there with KC Navarro. AJ Francis come out talking about he done stubbed his toe or something, getting out of a limo? Football injury? Wouldn't wrestle. So the little guy that I like a lot, KC Navarro, represent for the little guys. He get in there and he wrestled Mike Santana in a surprisingly good match. I thought he was going to squash him. I thought Mike Santana was going to squash. I ain't going to even lie. I thought it was over with quick, but they had an amazing match. I enjoyed it thoroughly. KC Navarro, my favorite move of the match, with a distraction coming back to a satellite DDT on Mike Santana, 1-2 kick out. Good match, though, as we ended with Mike Santana's finisher. I mean, the disc and lariat. I can't remember the name right now, but we're going to move on. And then after the match, AJ Francis get into the ring and hit him with a crush that he had been limping on since he stubbed his toe, and now he's healed. But before that right there, Mike Santana shook KC Navarro a hand, trying to give him some respect. What? Top Dollar get in to make sure he stopped that. KC Navarro seemed kind of conflicted about attacking Mike Santana. But hey, Top Dollar, AJ Francis, then brought him to the game. So he can't turn his back on that, can he? Join up with Mike Santana? That sounds weird. We're going to move on because your winner was Mike Santana. Getting beat up with AJ Francis afterwards, hey, it happened. Then we go into a big storyline match that I like a lot. You got Cody Denner taking on 1/5 or 4th of the damn system. And the the system's been bullying Cody Denner, calling him a loser. He don't deserve to be in TNA. He don't deserve anything. Been wrestling like 25 years, but they say he don't deserve it. So this match right here is a loser leaves for Cody Denner. Cody Denner in his home state of Canada, that's where we located at, and he did everything he could to try to keep the crowd on this side, to keep the momentum going, but a Boston Knee Party, Shining Wizard from Eddie Edwards, took that out. And I don't know if it's storyline, kayfabe, but real, or maybe he's just getting a new character or something. But Cody Deaner lost, and through the match stipulation, he has to leave TNA. But to make it all worse, the system come out. So you got Moose, you got Fandango or Johnny Kurt or Dango Dirty, whatever the hell his name is. Then you got my guy Brian Myers come out, and you got Alicia Evans, who's already out there, and they come out here and they talking, king stuff, real bad to Cody Deaner, calling him a loser, like they've been calling him for weeks. Eric Young come out. And before this match even happened, Eric Young came to him right before Cody Dinger's music hit and telling him, hey, I done been through this before. Don't let them do that to you. Go out and give it what you got. So Eric Young been trying to motivate him for weeks as well, comes out with his group, the Southern Armory, and they come out, and Northern Armory, because they're from Canada, my bad. And they come out and they talk about, we grew up here in Canada. We not gonna let you talk about Canada or Canadian like that. They come down to the ring and challenge the other members of the system, Brian Myers, JDC, and Moose to a match, 6-man style. They get out there, and it's intense, back and forth, pop, move, crazy. And in a shocking turn of events, Eric Young pinned the X Division champion Moose. That can lead to something. Eric Young versus Moose down the way. But anyway, the winner of this match was the Northern Armory, Eric Young, Judas, and Travis, defeating the system. Good match. And his next match was something that I didn't like, but it's okay. You got Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance, with the personal concierge. They are the TNA Knockout World Tag Team Champions, facing Danny Luna and Jody Threat, Spitfire. And if Spitfire does not win this match, they disband. But that ain't so intense, because they put their team on the line before to get a shot at the goal, because you're supposed to put everything on the line when you're trying to become champion. And this was a match by Elegance, which means there's no countouts, no disqualifications, and they went into a lot of hardcore spots all over the place. Jody Threat from Canada, her family is out there cheering her own hometown hero. So they're getting ready for this big old. They set a table up early and ignored it. The crowd is letting them know, we want tables. They chanted it throughout the whole match. They get to the part of the match where it's time to use that table. And it's plenty of close pins falls. 1-2 kick out. But then that table comes into place. And they did a move, and that table did not break. I am the table. It didn't break. So they had to come back and do another move. And now you got the crowd confused. And then you got that other woman that came out that other time in that fatal 4-way tag match, Maggie by Elegance. So they gave a whole makeover, trio of blunts. And that's the reason they won. Because now, instead of it being because the concierge was interfering too, that's 4-on-2. And that's fair? Crazy. And now Spitfire, a great team, breaks up. For what? I don't understand the direction there. I don't understand why the Elegance are still tag team champions. Jody was in like Cody Deaner. They're the home team. Ain't no good feelings on this show. Jeez. Let's get to the next match. You got the Order 4. I did not know that was the names before this, but the Order 4, you got Believe in Him. Ali, who done lost his damn mind, getting a little too aggressive with his opponents. His team got to pull him off. But you got Mustafa Ali, you got Tasha Steelz, you got the Great Hands, John Schuyler and John Hooch, taking on Indy Hartwell, the Rascals, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and they had a fourth person, which is Ace Austin. But for some reason, on Thursday, Mustafa Ali went crazy and hurt his leg. They don't have a fourth person, and Zachary Wentz get the microphone and said, "We don't care about 3-on-4. We ain't scared of y'all. Let's get it, because this is a intergender match." So it's like, because it's got two ladies on each side, so it's like, we ain't worried about it. 4 against 3. Let's get it. Some music come on. The crowd and myself are not familiar with this music. A guy by the name of Raj Singh comes out. The crowd is so confused, so am I. We got no reaction. He comes out because some background to what they should have done. He was with Mustafa Ali when he first came to TNA months ago. So he introduced us to Mustafa Ali, the new Mustafa Ali, when he comes with his, what would you say? Like Congress type gimmick, or candidate for presidency type gimmick or whatever. It don't matter. So he was with him. So Rod Singh came out to do this story that's dead, and we didn't know. I didn't know what he was talking about, and the crowd was like, "Who are you?" And then he was like, "Hold on, let me cook." He said that shit, and just like, why would we let you cook when this story don't matter? There's been no build up to this. You just came out cold, and what cold mean is that you want to come out hot. So the crowd like, "Yeah, it's you." That was like, "Who the fuck are you? What are we doing?" I was the same way. I was very confused. Then he came out, cut a lackluster promo that didn't mean nothing because there's been no hype, no build up, no nothing. And then the match happened, and then, I'm sorry, before the match happened, he was like, "I'm from Canada," and they cheered a little bit. But anyway, I guess they thought that shit was gonna work. So we got into the match. It was a very good match, a lot of spots. The biggest spot, I don't even know how to explain this. I was explaining this to my wife earlier, and shoulders didn't make no sense. Okay. So all 6 men get in the ring and they group up together. So when you do these type of moves, they usually hook the arms and go for a 3-person suplex where, well, 6-person, but 3 people suplex 3 other dudes while they all holding each other, and it's like, whoa, cool. They didn't do that. They were hunched over, and then Tasha Steele jumped up on the back of the dudes on the left side. Indy Hartwell, another woman, jumped up on the other side, and they were standing on top of them in the air. Look it up for yourself. And so they go, it seemed like they was about to do a suplex. Something. Nope, they're fighting, standing on top of other people. I'm confused. Never seen anything like this before. Then they go for a cutter. That's an RKO. So he grabbed the head and fall down. They drop down. Amazing. Really liked it. A lot. Crazy. But match started to break down with Super Psycho Ali. He kicked the skin off of Indy. I ain't gonna say poor because she's a wrestler and she tough, but kicked the skin off Indy Hartwell. She flew off the apron to the ground. Crowd was like, commentators like, "Why do you do that?" Blah blah blah. It got real crazy to where the crowd was confused. I was confused, and everything was breaking down really quick. And Mustafa Ali hit his finisher, the 450 splash, 1, 2, 3, and the order 4 walked away with the victory. Ali went crazy, started attacking Ryan Singh, the guy that we didn't know who he was, and his team, the order 4, is trying to pull him off. Tasha Steele's like, calm down. He pushed her to the ground. The crowd, "Oh, why did you do that? She's on your team." And she seems visibly upset, and they were trying to comfort her and comfort him. It was very confusing, but the order 4 walked away with the victory. But like I said, the most confusing thing I was just explaining with them two, they were standing on top of them in the air, and then boom, 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 and it was crazy. It was moving a match. This next match is for like a struggle of power. So, as you know, WWE and TNA are working together, talent exchanging for whatever reason. And I've really been enjoying it. the WWE TNA team up. And they team with NXT, which is used to be a developmental. It's not just a young wrestler show. So you got Robert Stone, who's a official in NXT, coming over to TNA, trying to regulate when they already have like a GM or sheriff or whatever, which is Santino Marella, whatever, Cobra. And they've been fighting for weeks, Robert Stone and Santino, for control of TNA for some reason. Out of the blue. I'm very confused about that, but it's very entertaining, I guess. And Robert Stone used to be, and my brother didn't even know this, but Robert Stone used to be Robbie E back in the day in TNA when Jersey Shore was popular. So that's where he came from. And that's why, they used him because he used to be there for years. He was before he got in WWE. And so you got Tessa Blanchard out there with Sheriff Stone, Robert Stone, and you got Santino out there seconding his daughter, who is the first lady in NXT, the bridge, storyline wise between the two shows, Ariana Grace, Santino's actual daughter. So everyone's coming down to the ring. Tessa Blanchard made her entrance, and Ariana Grace come down with Santino. Very proud moment. This is her first match she had in a long time on Ariana Grace. And her first match in TNA, father by his side, feel good moment. Nope. Sheriff Stone come down and break all of that up and like, hey, you can't be down here. This is over with. So Santino get mad. Security had to drag him out. Whatever. Ariana Grace, who haven't had a match in a long time, did so well against the disgusting Tessa Blanchard in a great match. Tessa Blanchard had to drag her over that finish line, but it was a good match, and I really enjoyed it. And Tessa Blanchard got the win. Santino came back down to give his fatherly praises to his daughter, Ariana Grace, and Robert Stone, complete dickhead. He come down and was like, "I told you not to be down here on the ringside," and she yelling at him. She been yelling at him for weeks. And that's why Tessa Blanchard got involved, because he didn't have So they get taken out. Robert Stone has a full breakdown. He's like yelling in the ring, and the crowd is like, "What the fuck going on?" And I ain't gonna even lie, they kind of killed the crowd with this a little bit. And killing the crowd means like if the crowd is hyped, he kind of came out and kind of relaxed them, and they were just like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" Because he was like going off. I wasn't even listening. But so the next match is the person he brought in, Victoria Crow, formerly known as Alicia Fox in WWE OG. She's been walking around with Robert Stone or whatever. So they had this match. She didn't earn this title match at all. He gave it to her. And Victoria Crow, Miss Alicia Fox, showed why she's the OG. It was a good match. Monster Slamovich got like a wild, controlled chaos style. I love it. And their styles really matched up, and they kept his storyline. Robert Stone cheating, throwing the belt in. And you had Victoria Crow, Alicia Fox, grabbing the Knockouts Championship, trying to hit her, referee getting involved, referee trying to get the belt. Masha Slamovich clotheslines the referee at the Victoria Crawford. I just want to say Alicia Fox. Let me look at this name. Victoria Crawford. And they knocked the referee down. Masha knocked him down. And then Victoria hits Masha with the belt. And then they try to get the referee up. 1, 2, kick out. Thank goodness, because what the fuck? And then after that, or whatever, they fighting. And then finally, she hit the snowplow. That's Al Snow, old finisher, Northern Lights driver. Masha on Victoria. 1, 2, 3, winner and still women's champion, Masha Slamovich. I love her last name, Slamovich. It's so cool. Then she made a challenge to one of the new women, and she's not really new, but one of the women, I should have looked her name up because I didn't think about this, because I'd be going off the dome, and it's like trying to remember, and I need to make damn notes and shit, but I just be talking. So she, Masha Slamovich, challenged her next opponent, and so like, I want to face you for the championship. Robert Stone like, oh hell no. He was like, "You don't make decisions around here. You don't just give out matches. I make the matches. You have to earn it." That's what he told the new lady that was out there. You got to earn this. And the commentator and I went like, she didn't earn it. Like, you gave it to her. You gave Alicia Fox this match. You are tripping. So that happened or whatever. And then he told them to get out the ring, and then we getting ready for our next match. But before that, we had a video of I think it's called the International Champion, Steve Macklin, who got a skull fracture or whatever. He cool. He said he wrestling Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, coming up real soon. And he was just saying that I'm good and I'm ready and I'm healed up and I'm gonna kick Matt Cardona's ass for my championship next week. I think it's on the show. So the next match after that is the Namits, which Nick Namit and old super garbage Ryan Namit just dragging the coattails of Dolph Ziggler because they real brothers. I don't like that dude for real. Garbage. So they're the tag team champions, and you got Matt and not Jeff, because Jeff did a lot of stuff back in the day. He got a banned from the country because he crazy. Because when he was younger, he was a loose cannon. And so they tag her with the British Leon Slater, tags over with Matt Hardy, and he's been like they little trainee, not really trainee because he's been wrestling on his own, but he's I don't know, what would you call it? It don't matter. But Leon Slater was out there and he did an amazing job because he does a move called the Swanton 450 where he does like the actions like he's gonna do a senton and concede and goes into a 450 splash, whatever. So it was very good, except that my thing is that he did a lot of more. Okay, I don't want to go to the match, but I enjoyed it, but I didn't at the same time because I wish it was Jeff. But I'm happy for the young brother, but I wish it was Jeff. Because they have to do the match again because they can't justify this just being it. But because if I was writing this, I would have been like Jeff was like, if I was there, y'all would have lost. Like, simple as that. Very simple. But move of the match. It's called the Poetry in Motion. Matt Hardy gets on all fours. Jeff Hardy runs, bounces off Jeff back into somebody in the corner. It was a different Poetry in Motion. Matt Hardy, the Nemeth was on the outside of the ring by the steel post. Matt Hardy was on all fours towards the corner. Leon Slater backed into the other corner, ran, jumped off his back, and flipped over, swan dive, and flipped over the turnbuckles and the post and all of that and landed almost on his feet after hitting Nick and Ryan, the tag team champions. Like, amazing move. But at the end of the day, you had the Namit brothers doing whatever they do, and they pin for the 1, 2, 3, and your winners, and still tag team champion, the Namit brothers. And then I've been watching the stream the whole time. And then after this match, the stream went blue, and I could not get it to turn back on. So I had to wait until this morning to watch the full match between Joe Hendry, Walk with Elijah, Whoop That Trick Williams, and the rock star, the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, in a tag team match. You got the world champion, I Believe in Joe Hendry, taking on Walk with Elias, taking down the king of TNA, Kazarian, and Trick Williams, who is going to face Joe Hendry for the world title tomorrow at NXT Battleground. I'm excited for that. And I'm going to say this real quick. Like, the issue that I have with that match and whatever is that Trick Williams got eliminated from, let's go farther back. Trick Williams came to TNA and interfered in the triple threat match between Ethan Page and Kazarian versus Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry still won. they had a battle royal for number one contender for the NXT world title. Joe Hendry music come out and he pulls Trick Williams at the match. They go song for song on NXT. Trick Williams come out and do his song. You just an average Joe is a rap this song. Joe Hendry come out and do his full boring ass singing performance about Trick being Carmelo's bitch and not being good enough. And then Trick Williams come out to attack Joe Hendry on NXT. Choke slam, standing ovation. And then tonight, I mean, it's like 3 times in a row that he's taken down Trick, pulled him out the Battle Royal, cost him the world title. Choke slam got the last word on NXT in this tag team match. Was a very good match, very physical from all 4 competitors, and then he lost again. So you telling me on NXT Battleground that Trick Williams is about to lose to Joe Hendry for and get taken down for like the 4th, 5th time? What the fuck are we doing? But anyways, it was a good match. I'm very biased. Yes, I am. Don't care. I ain't unbiased. I'm biased as shit. But Trick Williams should have, and Frankie Kazarian, fuck a feel good moment. Y'all been doing weird shit all night, but I enjoy TNA. But y'all been doing weird shit all night with the home team losing. So all that I believe in Joe, it should have been replaced with. And I was so happy that the crowd was trying to whoop that Trick real loud. I was scared because when he first came out, did his promo the other week, that was not that loud. But thank goodness that they was excited to see him. But what I'm saying is that, in my opinion, Frankie Kazarian, who's been losing as well every match, both of these guys needed this, and in my eyes, and Frankie Kazarian and Trick Williams should have won. Trick Williams should have pinned Elijah 1, 2, 3 with the trick shot to win the tag team match. No, Joe Hendry won. And I pay attention close to people that I like. So it's like, you telling me that tomorrow that Trick gonna lose again? Like Joe Hendry just on a high, just can't come down. Like, I will be shocked if Trick Williams win that match. And that is not good to say, but I will be shocked. But anywho, we got more wrestling to come later on because I got to drop a video right after wrestling go off tonight because it's Saturday night's main event. And I'm excited about that because we get to see R-Truth taking on John Cena. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, but I enjoyed TNA, and I don't do a 5 out of 10, whatever, like garbage. I don't do nothing like that, but it was a good show. But like I said, moving the match was that standing on the back and dropping the cutter, the RKO move, like that was insane. Like, if this is my brother watching, I'm gonna send you the video. But just text me if you want her. But it's like that move was insane. And TNA Under Siege, good show. Confusing, but good show. But anyway, Toxic Top Rope coming at your throat.
Toxic Top Rope coming for your throat. Random show with input stories I never wrote. Don't be mean, hit that subscribe. Cross the line, take a dive.